Recording this video after close trade Tuesday 14th of May 2013. Hope you had a good day's trading. So finished with trading last night, got up this morning, bang, 48 was the close, 1.7 million contracts traded. So the international money flows coming into equities in the US and resulting in continued strength in the US dollar. So let's just look at the currencies just quickly. So here we go. We're broken through that kind of previous high here. We're up at 83s solidly, dollar index. We've got a resistance line kind of come in here. You can see just that little white dot just above the high, and I think we're going to break into another uptrend kind of here. So this little move was nice. We had pullback to end of trend with exhaustion buying, but I'm saying we were still in an uptrend in the dollar index. I was surprised by the amount of weakness that we had. The sell-off here, dollar index kind of carried quite a long way, but then we had the blue professional bars anxious to buy it after this kind of exhaustion selling or extreme selling down here. We had that little bullish flag. I was talking about that. Come back into the zone, bang, break up back out of that, and then another blue professional bar the other day, another little consolidation, kind of come back into that professional zone, bang, we're out of it again. So I think the strength in the dollar index is going to continue. Well, if you look at the other currencies, euro's kind of selling off. It's not been a strong move in euro. It's interesting, news stories coming out of Japan, for example, that the Bank of Japan is buying European bonds. I was saying, the euro has not sold off as hard as some of the other currencies. I think that's because we've got these kind of repatriation of funds to balance sheets in euros, and we've also obviously got kind of, I think, the Bank of Israel as well talking about kind of buying bonds in Europe. So you've got kind of international flows like that. That's why the euro hasn't sold off as hard, but it's a similar pattern, almost a mirror pattern to the dollar index. This is selling down, the professionals selling down, bearish flag, bang, we fall out of that, and we're kind of continuing down. The move's been stronger in these other currencies. So Aussie dollar, so I know I've been talking about Aussie dollar for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Move continued down. We cracked through 99 on the futures contract. The cash is about the same. We're sitting at about 99 here on the futures contract. You can see we're into 98s. But I did kind of flag this, that 102 was the important level first of all for a break, but below that, and we got that. That was kind of the day after I recorded that video. So 102 is a critical level, and then on the weekly chart it was parity at 1, and so we broke through that, and so we're now down at 99. So we've had a 3-cent move since that video kind of 2 weekends ago. So interesting times. Now exhaustion selling kind of on the way down here. I mean, we could get a little bit of a bounce. The equities are overextended at the moment, so who knows, but the trend is certainly in that direction. So I'm guessing this is going to continue down to at least pull back to end of trend on the daily chart, and we're through support on the weekly as well. Anyway, everybody kind of knows what my story is on Aussie dollar. Canadian dollar, bang, so we're through that blue professional bar, same thing, up into a rainbow pattern down. So Canadian and Aussie kind of moving together. British pound followed it through, so had one of these U-turns, blue professional up bars, blue professional down bars. So that's them kind of getting short on the way up with kind of resting sell orders, and then chasing it on the way down, kind of anxious to sell it down. So there's quite a lot of selling going on in the British pound at the moment. And then Japanese yen continues. We played around parity for a while, and we're back down through. But I was saying, looking for a flush pattern here. Bullish divergence right on the 0 line. Look for a flush pattern, not as extreme as here, but somewhere kind of in the middle. So let's see. We've got support kind of coming here on the Japanese yen. So there we go. So dollar index continued strength. And bonds, so although the money's flowing into the US markets, it's flowing into the equities market, not into the bond market. Continued kind of sell-off in the bond market today, and you can see the bond oscillator, again, we're kind of cracking up these kind of big levels here. So at some point that'll get kind of overextended, we'll kind of flip around and start going the other way. But we've had 3 big kind of down days on the bonds over the last 2 weeks. But today's activity, so they got us through the 40s, closed into 48, and I talked about this chart last week. This is the average trade size chart. Again, I keep on reiterating, it's not better pro-am, I use the same coloring, blue professional bars, but it's a different algorithm. And this was last week, I think last Wednesday, I talked about this. Rarely do I see, wake up in the morning, I look at my charts, and to see an entire day with blue professional bars the entire day, and then I wake up this morning, same deal. Look at this, the entire day just blue professional bars kind of going on here. Very unusual. Now what's going on? So the professionals position themselves because they're moving big contracts, so they position themselves kind of counter the trends. So they'll have kind of resting orders as a move kind of progresses, and they'll also kind of leg in and leg out of moves. So it'll happen over a series of days and weeks. So doesn't mark the end necessarily of the move, but it just, my interpretation is that this is actually profit taking on these big kind of days on the way up. So one kind of level, 25 around 25.30 was an important level to kind of take profits, and then around 40.45 another kind of important place to kind of take profits. Who knows? It's not kind of turned around yet. I'm still looking for breaks of support levels on those higher time frames to show us those kind of moves. So on the 40,500 tip bar chart, the support levels have been holding every time. We've been breaking on the upside on the resistance. So we're still in an uptrend until we get a support to print, and then the break of the support level on the way down will show us when that trend starts to develop on this time frame. But it's running out of puff. We had quite a lot of blue professional bars on Pro-Am today, 40,500 tip bar chart. I just wish I'd taken more out of it. I got long first thing of the day, 33.75. So I got in just on the 500 tip bar chart. We had these little blue professional bars kind of come in. You never know, what's happening here. Is that jumping the creek or profit taking at the highs? And then the lows of those bars did not get taken out. We rallied to the upside. So I bought the breakout of that high, that blue professional bar, 33.75. I'm not sure whether it was actually on the high or was it kind of went through the high, but that was my kind of signal that was the first thing that I saw the professionals doing after the beginning of the day. Got on board that move and rode it to. I got out at 6.75, only 3 points. I got a little kind of nervous at this pullback to end of trend. But what was going on was, you could see we had exhaustion buying here, pro signal exit. That's where I'm out. But we sell off. Actually, I was out here. Sorry. That's kind of a signal that the professionals are, active at those highs. But then there was so much selling kind of going off here. It actually, and just in that little retrace, which was only about 1.5 points, we kind of ran out of steam. We ran out of sellers, and that's what propels the market kind of further forward. So those are people kind of rushing out too quickly, and then you kind of run out of sellers, and so the market kind of keeps on going and rallies. Again, they're kind of anxious to get out. We get out, and bullish divergence flush patterns kind of come in. Bang, we kind of continue to rally up. On the 4,500 tip bar chart though, pullback to end of trend, nice kind of sequence. So we kept on busting through those end of trends on the lowest time frame, the 500 tip bar chart. This move was kind of signaled with pullback to end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart. We settled in to a pullback level on the 45. So it's those pullback to end of trends kind of progressing through the time frames from the lowest to the highest. But now on 40,500 we got pullback to end of trend and exhaustion buying, blue professional bars at the highs and so on. They were trying to get out of here, selling it way too early, and it's like we needed that exhaustion buying bang to kind of take us out. So it's a big day today. Tomorrow, watch out. It's likely to be a kind of a lowish range day. Sometimes we get two kind of continuation days, two kind of long large range days kind of in a row, but we're so overextended. I would just caution tomorrow. Just kind of look for cyclical kind of patterns kind of holding at the highs rather than kind of big trending moves. So looking for less tomorrow. Anyway, I'll tag on my day trade, but it was only good for 3 points, and I kind of just got a little bit nervous, kind of shook out. So there's a lot more in it if you kind of could stand this. It's just slow inching up during the day, but yeah, eventually it did get there. Hope your trading's going well. It's long 33.75, long 33.75. Just checking my stops and targets, and the reason I'm going long. First blue professional bars on the 500 kind of came in at resistance here. Was previous resistance level. We just broke the highs of those. Wasn't kind of heading on the downside. So we're now above resistance on the 500 tip bar chart. Got support kind of come in here on 1500. So potentially a little bit of a trend move here. So we had blue professional bars pre the open. We had them down at the bottom. We had them at the top. We had them on this little bit here. So seems to be happy to be continuing to run higher. So just see if we get a decent break up. Exhaustion buying, 8,000 on better momentum. Okay, a blue professional bar kind of come in. So if it's overshot here, it's going to be caught by resistance here on 1500, so we've got a little bit of time to run, and that would be like a double top, so we need to see a blue professional bar or an amateur up bar up here on 1500. It's just weakened a bit. Let's just see where it goes next. Continue to break up, a little bit of a flat top here on 1500, so up to 5s, a bunch of blue professional bars. Ooh, okay, jumping around. Get this to come in, but no blue professional bars yet at the highs up here. And it didn't reach an exhaustion kind of signal here. So come on, let's continue to hold, looking for 775. We're up at 36s, blue professional bar coming on 1500. So we still got pullback to end of trend to run on a 5. It's 8,000. So just need to continue to spike into a kind of exhaustion pattern. Come on. 12,000. So we'll probably get a pro signal exit soon. 775 is what I'm after. Let's get to 675. Okay, we got pro signal exit gone off. Here we go, 675, 7, excellent. So cyclical resistance here, blue professional bars. So let's see if we just get another spike through 775. Got to go pull back to end of trend on 500 yet. So there's quite a lot of selling actually in that last little move. So come on, let's try and get through there. Movement target to 675. Just a little bit of weakness here. And we've still got pullback to end of trend to make, but I'm just nervous we're turning around here. Blue professional bars coming on 45. So let's try and just pick off 3 on this next little push up. Pullback levels come in. I'm reluctant to jump out because you had exhaustion selling, and from a little rush like that we usually get all the sellers have sold at that point, so we've got chance of a test back up. We haven't seen amateur up bars as a kind of testing, and here we go, come on, just put in a double bottom, bang, come back to 7. Just out, 675, just for 3, and might go a little bit further, but that's fine, I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, so 775 will get a hit, never mind. Pull back to end of trend's gone off. Just having trouble getting through there, so don't know. Not seeing blue amateur up. Okay, blue professional bar coming on 45, so another kind of profit taking bar. What was that? It's 850. Yeah, it's not bad. 3 points, 20 minutes or less. So I'm going to leave it there. Just might watch it for a while. Don't know what it's going to do on the higher time frames. Yeah, we got on pull back to end of trend yesterday. Got blue professional bars kind of come in here. It's a bit of an overshoot. We've got potentially resistance on this time frame, but yeah, we'll see. So we put in this, so we've got to go bearish divergence before we roll over. Anyway, good.